Good morning and welcome to another live on the forecourt. The BYD Atto 3. An SUV with a difference. And it retails for just under 40 grand. Which, to be honest, I don't think seems bad. It's got a range of around 260 miles. We charged it last night and it was 251, and that was about 5 degrees Celsius. So this is where you charge it. Now, BYD, who are they? Well, they're Chinese, but they sell around 250,000 cars every month globally. So they're pretty big. And the likelihood is the phone you're holding actually has BYD technology. They make half the iPhones and iPads in the world. I know it's been a while since I've done a live, but I thought this warranted it. It's nice to see a light interior as well. Funky just doesn't cover it. You've already seen our review. But yesterday we decided to take it on a road trip. So we went to Blackpool Illuminations. Whoa, it's chilly today. Over the last few days it's been about -2 or 3. The thing is, it's not really affected this, which I was quite surprised at. Normally, any kind of electric car gets a bit, it's too cold. The range has dropped, but not significantly. The interior is supposed to be designed that of a gym, which you can kind of see. Curling bars, weight plates, running machine. It's just, I suppose, different. Power tailgate. And this is in the design trim. I like the rubber mat. I've already had the mountain bike in the back and it fits. I had to remove the front wheel, but I expected that. And get a bike helmet there. And my Camelback there. Thank you for the thumbs up. This is the first time I've come out and filmed without the gimbal. We bought a brand new one, and to be honest, it's atrocious compared to the previous one. I have no clue why. It was more expensive and it's got more features, and it just doesn't work very well. So if this is too jerky or so-and-so, please tell me. I need the feedback, because if that's the case, I'll buy another gimbal. But a different one. Let's have a look inside. Okay, so this is especially cool. Reminds me of Afterburner back in the 80s. Hit the brakes and it'll fly right by. Anyway, let's fire it up. It does have party tricks too. Now, yes, the first thing you're probably going to clock is, where are the rotaries? Yeah. It doesn't really have them, does it? But this is cool. It's the little things. Ooh, that's the point. Better charge it. So yesterday we headed off and we went to Evans Halshaw in Manchester to have a look at the new Ford Explorer. And we took this. And then it was back to Lytham. We went to Pizza Express, got a whole hearty pizza, and then headed down the Illuminations. So yeah, the road trip does highlight a fair few aspects of this car. 0-60 in around 7.3. The battery is around 60 kilowatt hour, and that's for the extended, but you can get one, I think it's around 45. And the strings, yes, you can play Smoke on the Water. Well, if you know how to play it, but anyway. I'm rather impressed with it. the thing that really stands out is the light interior. It may have that dark roof, but you've got a massive panoramic if I come further back. It's well appointed. Premium materials, padding where you'd put your leg. Sorry, it's getting cold. And I do like a micro cluster. As for this, it's responsive, and you do have a volume and an on for it. So at least you've got that. Also, fan buttons. So I suppose they've thought about where they want their shortcuts and what they're going to be. I mean, yes, you do want a rotary there, but to be honest, that's not bad. That reminds me of Bavarian. And you can set the guidance to one volume and the other with this. No, it's quite clever. Park button there. And yes, you've got an electronic handbrake, but we expect those now, don't we? It just offers something different. BYD, well, they started with the battery and then built a car around it. And because of that, it's actually built into the structure. So when it comes to space in the back, tell I had the bike in here, can't you? How cool are they? You've got decent leg room. Even at 6'3", I've got absolutely no problem getting in and out of this car and sitting in it, which is half the battle. You can tell it's a kind of Chinese car by the fact that I have a job standing under it, but apart from that, no, it's impressive. There are some hard plastics, but they've even got like funky styling on them, so there's nothing that you'll class as yeesh. Floating center console and wireless charging pad. A DAS safety system, so collision detection. Okay, forgot it does that. The thing is, last time we drove this, it kept reminding me of things, and I think they've tamed down the, what would you call it? It used to warn you about things like primary school coming up and you're exceeding and bings and bongs, and it doesn't seem to do as much as that. So I think there's been a over-the-air update, which is nice. Wow, it's getting cold now. So if I go to home, Spotify, DAB, navigation, and then you've got your assistant. Wow. Hi, I am BYD voice assistant. Hi, BYD. View entire trip.
You cannot control overview mode while route guidance is not running.
That's worth knowing. Thank you. Yes, it's gimmicky, but you know, it does what it says on the tin. Cameras left, right, and centre. But if you've noticed, it's responsive. You know, I try to confuse it, and I can't. Shortcuts to fans. You've got your heated seats and things in there as well. Yeah, it's user-friendly. Thank you for the like. If you know anybody who's looking at an Atto 3, please share this. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're not. The more subs we get, the more cars we get. Speaking of this week, we've also driven the Grenadier. So we'll put a video of that and me off-roading in Graithwaite, lakeside, next to Lake Windermere. So, yeah, that was fun. We had the rock sliders as well, so I get a bit rough and ready with it, to be honest. But it handled it. It's all good. So there you have it. If you've got any questions, want me to cover anything, add bits to the road trip, please comment below. Thank you for joining me, and there you go. The first look at the Atto 3 on the forecourt. If BYD continue like this, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. They really are. I mean, just take a look at the Dolphin and the Seal. And on the 13th of December, we get to drive the Seal. So we'll go with BYD. Thank you,
Please
and have a
check
good day.
the keys inside the car.
Okay, sorry, apologies for that. Don't want to upset you. Have a good day. Bye. Thank you, Keith. That was lucky. I just caught you. I'll stay on and chat for a second. That's it. You don't quite know what you're going to get, do you, with a new brand? But the fact that they've been around for so long and done so much gives you a bit more faith. Because you've got things like your LED lights, your nice alloy wheels. I do like the styling too. And I think I'm going to start doing these without the gimbal, to be honest. Because this seems to be working, or at least from my angle. I do love this launch colour too. You've got a light bar. If I, wait a minute, where's the keys? I might be able to get it to illuminate for a second. Oh, right, I'll turn it. Oh, there we go. Full with light bar. The likelihood is Build Your Dreams will be taken off at some point. The UK aren't really fond of that kind of thing, as we all know. Be nice to have an all-wheel drive one, because it's got a decent ride height. Okie dokie. Well, stay warm and have a good day. Thank you. Bye.